Alright, time for another video. This time I'll be talking about the sitcom Roseanne. How much it sucks. I mean, my god. Well, pretty much all sitcoms suck, in my opinion. I don't think I've seen a sitcom that I've genuinely enjoyed, except for All in the Family. All in the Family was cool for like the first 3 seasons, back when Gloria and Meathead were living together. Ignore that sound, my dad's installing new floor. Anyway, yeah, it was okay, but then, Meathead and Gloria leave the show, Edith dies, and it becomes another shitty sitcom. So yeah, there's no really good sitcoms that exist, and I have to talk out loud because my dad will not stop hammering really loud. God damn, how am I supposed to make a video with this going on in the background? You done yet? Good. Well, anyway, yeah. Never ends. Well, anyway, yeah, the sitcom Roseanne, people seem to love it like it's some kind of classic or something. Even people who hate sitcoms like Roseanne. And it was on for 9 years. I don't get it. I think my first problem with the show Roseanne is just the simple fact that it stars Roseanne. And she's like the most annoying person in the world. This is my impersonation of Roseanne. Not stop hammering. Stop it! It's annoying people. God, what is the deal? Anyway, Roseanne is just an annoying show. And it's about this really fat woman named Roseanne who's got like the most annoying, grating voice in the world. And she plays a psychotic, homicidal mother of these 3 kids. You know, you got DJ, who's the token, cute, adorable kid who, as the series progresses, becomes an ugly, awkward, weird-looking, socially deficient adult. And then you got Darlene, who's like some goth, emo, I hate everything type of person. And then you got Becky, who's a skank. And, yeah, they're all living miserably in this shitty house in Illinois. And, of course, you got John, the walking heart attack Goodman, as Dan, the husband. I mean, how is John Goodman still alive? I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, people give Helsing and Samuel and Big Al crap about being fat. I mean, at least they can walk like 5 feet without looking like they're about to die. I remember a couple years ago, John Goodman was on the Jimmy Kimmel Show to promote some sitcom he was on that was on for like a week. And I remember he walked like from the door to the couch next to Jimmy's desk, and like the whole time he was sweating like, oh my god, I can't believe I just exercised that much. I mean, Jesus Christ, I mean, he looked like he just played an NFL football game without any protective gear. And all he did was walk like 5 feet. How sad. But yeah, Roseanne was a shitty show. I always thought it was amusing how Roseanne and Dan were like 800 million pounds, but their kids were like really skinny. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, give the kids some food. They're anorexic here. I mean, at least like surgically transport some of your fat into their bodies. I mean, that's just cruel. Jesus. And then Roseanne's got this annoying sister named Jackie, who's very obviously a lesbian, but she's not out of the closet yet. And she has all these boyfriends as a cover-up, obviously. And, I mean, it's so blatantly clear. I mean, she's a cop, for crying out loud. And she has the hairdo, she has the, you know, she dresses like a dude. And I always thought it was amusing how later in the show Roseanne, pretty much every character becomes gay except for Jackie. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't have a problem with gay people on TV or anything, but they were obviously just doing it for shock value because back in the 90s it was considered an edgy new daring thing to have a gay person on TV. So they had like 20 million gay characters on Roseanne just for the sake of shock value and awe. I mean, they even had a scene where Roseanne makes out with some lesbian chick. No joke. I mean, was that supposed to be hot? Am I supposed to be turned on by that? I mean, I think the producers had some sick idea that Roseanne was hot. Because there was one episode that revolved around Roseanne getting breast reduction surgery and Dan was throwing a fit about it. I mean, Jesus. I mean, I don't want to watch an episode of Roseanne about her boobs. I mean, that's the last thing I'd want to think about. Ugh. And that's another thing, like, Roseanne and Dan have, like, anger issues or something, because anytime they get mad at their kids, they're always like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna murder you! I'm gonna tie your head to some train tracks and watch a train splatter your brains all over it! Ah! Ah!" I mean, my God, to call the Child Protective Services on them. And then the goth Darlene and the slut Becky, they get these boyfriends, and Dan's always like threatening to beat them up. I remember one time Dan got mad on one of the boyfriends in one episode, so he punched a hole in the drywall. Ooh, how badass. Anyone could punch a hole in that kind of wall. Ooh, better not get him really angry or else he might tear a piece of cardboard in half. You don't want that. I mean, God. And I think the worst thing about Roseanne is the show's intro, where they're like all sitting around a table playing cards, and there's like a camera rotating around them, rotating around each and every one of them as they're like grabbing poker chips and pretzels and stuffing them in their faces. And then it ends with Roseanne sitting there laughing. Ah ha 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 ha. What is she laughing at? Is she high or something? Is there something dirty written on one of those cards? Like a, I don't know. I mean, what is she laughing at? It's weird. The whole intro is just weird. And especially when you're like stoned or something. Never watch Roseanne when you're stoned. Because, you know, you got cameras rotating around and morbidly obese people yelling at children. It's ridiculous. And then, at the end of the series, they win the lottery. I mean, what's with that? I mean, at least the fact that they were broke all the time, that had some kind of appeal. But no, at the end, they win the lottery. And, but they still stay in that shitty old house. I mean, what is the deal? And then they were all mad at each other all the time. Dan starts fucking an attractive woman, which gets on Roseanne's nerves. And then Dan gets a heart attack and somehow lives. And then it turns out on the final episode of Roseanne, the whole series was just a book written by the character Roseanne. And Dan dies of a heart attack, big surprise, and Jackie's a lesbian, big surprise, and it's just all confusing by the end of the series run. God. And I think the worst thing about Roseanne is that it started the career of Tom Arnold. Tom Arnold, that annoying, loud, disgusting, crude, fat, annoying, no-talented prick who starred in classic movies like Carpool and McHale's Navy. Yeah, that fucker got his career started by Roseanne. He was actually married to Roseanne, and that's like how he got a role on the show. This guy married Roseanne so he could get his career started. Let me repeat that. This guy, Tom Arnold, sacrificed himself to start a career. He saw Roseanne naked. That's right. Most of us have nightmares about seeing Roseanne naked. Not only did Tom Arnold see Roseanne naked, but he saw Roseanne naked while he was naked. And he got a hard-on from seeing Roseanne naked. And he did things to Roseanne while they were both naked. Things that I don't even want to imagine. It's just, oh. I'm just going to go ahead and end this little video before it gets worse.